I did not come up with the name Daddie Marto. The name Daddie Marto was given to me. Wasichana mnakuwaga wa interesting sana. Mnaona mtoto wa university yako na mtoto na mnampenda zaidi. How I ended up joining the digital space is because I was blacklisted as an actor. Yeah, the one thing I do not want to MC is weddings and birthday parties because hey. It was in 1987 when a small child permeated through into the universe and was smacked in the bottom and let out a cry. You want that kind of beginning? Serikali inanijua kama Martin Mwangi Githinji na inanijua kama practitioner in the media and arts. I did not come up with the name Daddie Marto. The name Daddie Marto was given to me. So the short story is I have a small sister with whom I have an age difference of 18 years. When I was in campus, I used to enjoy spending time with her on Sundays in school. Pale KU. So, wasichana mnakuwaga wa interesting sana. Mnaona mtoto wa university yako na mtoto na mnampenda zaidi. Hiyo haikuwa nisikuwa ninaelewa. So, mimi nilikuwa nikisema ni mtoto wangu. Wasichana wana, Marto, wanakimbia hapo hivyo. So, it would be, muulizeni daddy ni nani? Daddy ni nani? Anasema Marto. Daddy ni nani? Marto. One day I go home and then my mom says, muuliza sister yako venye anakuita. Akasema Daddie Marto. That's it. The name stuck. How did my childhood shape who I am today? Well, there are things that I was exposed to that helped define who I am right now. I grew up with, most of my life, grew up with my mother. My dad had left the country to work abroad. Grew up with my small brother. Then my sister came later. Of course, unasikia your age gap difference here, 18 years. Watched very interesting content. I know my love for the entertainment and performing arts comes from, kuna vipindi mbili. One, ilikuwa inaitwa Hollywood Highlights. Limousine kilikuwa kinatokea kikisema cinema. And then number 2, Japan Video Topics, which was a show on tech. I used to really enjoy watching the weird things that the Japanese were doing with robots and whatnot. Nikijiambia siku moja tenda hiyo Japan. Because in my head I knew tech will never come to Kenya. At the time, Africa was not really seen as a continent that was meant to, to grow and to expand. But we're living in a good time right now because the world is a ballgame. Kwa hivyo kila kitu inakuja huku. Saa zingine hata zinatoka Kenya zinaanza zinaenda nje. So it's a good thing. So those are some of the things that I was exposed to that defined who I am. Yeah. Na kwenda church, kwenda kufanya plays na nilikuwa either Yesu ama Joseph. So I have been asked before, because somebody has seen me as a director and as an actor. Then they said, which one do you love more? If you're asking me which one pays me more, I will give you an answer, yes. But don't ask me which one I love more, because I love them in equal measure. There is one that I will enjoy doing more because it pays me more. And the other one, I might not enjoy as much because it gives me less money, but it gives me more satisfaction than the other. So I can't love one more than the other. If you ask me about the money, that I'll give you a straight answer. How I ended up joining the digital space is because I was blacklisted as an actor. Yeah. So we live in a very strange country where the bigger you grow, the more jobs you lose out on. So this is how it works. You work on your craft, you become so good at it, you rate yourself at a premium rate because, why am I growing? Why am I injecting skills and time to improve myself? So you get to a point where even before you rate yourself, others have already rated you, which is a good thing because they see the value in your work. So it was when I had just finished shooting Suna Juni, which was and still is one of the most watched shows on GoTV and even on Showmax. We'd wrapped shooting and I was now in between one job to the next. So I'm like, napigia watu simu, kazi, Marto, when is star? See, now that should mean you should give me a job. Sema, no, Marto. Mato, hatuwezi kuafford. Sema, hata hujaniambia ni how much? Mato, tutaki kukudunisha. Ni kazi unaninyima. Sasa hizo sina kazi, no. Kazi tulishamaliza kushoot. Naambiwa, client is looking for new faces. Na yako imeonekana sana. So, we relax too, with time. Sema sasa, niko na mke nyumbani. Niko na mtoto ambaye anahitaji kulishwa. So, how am I supposed to work in this space and then not work so that I can be able to work? No, it did not make sense. So I just decided to take the skills that I have as an actor, scriptwriter, as a director, and the little experience I have behind the camera, and decided, you know what? Let me start doing my own content. I've emceed a varied number of things, and I know the one thing I do not want to MC is weddings and birthday parties. Because, weddings have feelings. And it is very hard to control feelings, especially when people are entitled to their feelings, because it is their event, And when Uncle wants to speak and the groom does not want Uncle to speak, yet it is Uncle who called you for the job, hapo sasa sinaona uko na conflict. So I've mostly focused on corporate events. And with corporate events, it's mostly clear cut. So this is the brief. These are the people to talk to. These are the people not to touch. These are the topics not to engage in. This is the limit of your jokes. You can test as much as possible, but just know you are talking to this caliber of people. That is it. Once I get that, I just now start, system kujichocha. Yeah. Your choices have their consequences. And your choices lead you to a specific path that you end up on. So, younger self, uli make decisions fulani ambazo uli make. Endelea tu. Ukifika huku juu utakuwa na lessons mob ambazo bila hizo lessons hauta make the next relevant choices. Yes.